And the reason why is because people love it. People just can't get enough of it. People tend to follow the crowd. They tend to not really think for themselves. They're more like-minded with people that push nonsense, that push simple things. And these platforms push the nonsense purposely to dumb down society, to keep us lethargic, to keep us from really critically thinking, to keep us with a low attention span. People that can see through the nonsense. We really are a last of a dying breed. These platforms push that, and they hide the people speaking truth. They hide the people that can make an impact on people's lives. They hide the people that have been putting in the work, that have been gathering information, that have been meditating on God's word day and night. The ones with the 20/20 vision, the ones with the gift of discernment, the ones walking with the Holy Spirit within, they tend to shadow ban those people. They won't promote those people. So just because you see a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of views on certain channels, 9 times out of 10 that doesn't mean a thing. If you really listen to what those people talk about, they're really not saying anything. And even people in truth, I can tell that they give the nonsense attention too. They're part of the problem too. And there's some people that are willing to play the game that these platforms have set up. They're willing to go against their morals. They're willing to sell their people out. And that's something that God's chosen, God's children wouldn't even think twice to do. That's why patience is important, because if you see your works not really bearing fruit like you would expect, you would easily be discouraged. You would easily fall into a spirit of anger and rage. That's why knowing the scriptures as well is important. We wait on God's timing. Everything that he does it for a specific reason, and he knows what he's doing. So if you at this moment know that you're doing the most, you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're not really seeing the fruit of your labor being look like it may not be taken into account. You're not really seeing much from it. I want to tell you, don't be discouraged. Keep on this road. Keep gaining knowledge. It's important. It's very important. God tells us to stay on our post, to be watchmen, to see what's going on, because you could easily be swayed the wrong way by the adversary, by the enemy, and you'll fall, or you'll stay stuck in the same cycle, day in and day not and day out. So stay encouraged, even if you only reach a few people. Iron sharpens iron. We can all learn something from one another. We're one body, so we shouldn't be thinking to be higher or better than the next saint, the next person. So this is about teamwork. We gotta stick together, the like-minded, the equally yoked. We gotta stick together and get stronger together, uplift each other. Even talking carnally. I'm gonna speak carnally for a bit. You know you're one of the hardest workers at your job. You know you go the extra mile. You sweat. Your shirt, you're probably the only one whose shirt is just full of sweat. Your underpants full of sweat. And it'll be like that every day. But for some reason, someone that hasn't even been there as long as you have doesn't nearly put in the same amount of work that you do. Somehow, some way, they get a promotion. They eventually get paid more than you do. And it can be frustrating. And sometimes it can tend to confuse you if you're not thinking with your spiritual mind. The enemy, the devil, he's going to do whatever it takes to keep you down. He's going to do whatever it takes to keep you from progressing in life, from being able to have certain means to be able to stack your brick for God's kingdom. And he's gonna try to make you go crazy. He's gonna try to make you lose your patience. He's gonna try to make you take it out on your family. He's gonna try to make you feel so low, so that you cause tension in your home, so that you start taking it out on your wife, your husband, your children. Try to break that household. But just always remember to count your blessings. Always remember what God has saved you from, where He has allowed you to be in this moment in life. Because if it weren't for what He did for you, you would possibly be way below where you're at right now. You'd probably be not even walking this earth. And that's every single day that we wake up, it's a miracle. It's a miracle that we woke up, being the state of the world, the level of wickedness in this world, the level of no love, no love that people have for one another. And God still gives us another chance to improve ourselves, to make sure that we become the saints that He chose us to be. And me, for one, I'm not willing to sell out. I'm not willing to go against my morals. I'm not willing to go against Christ's teachings. I'm not willing to go against God. I'm not nobody's Poindexter. I'm not nobody's what is it, Cortchester or something like that? Cortchester is that like clown that like entertains the king. Cortchester, something like that. I'm nobody's Poindexter. Nah, me. You can go ahead and be that and get all the views, get all the likes, get all the comments, get all the money, but not me. I'm an ambassador for Christ, and that's the road that I'm walking on, and I'm not going to compromise for nothing in this world and for nobody. So whenever God says it's my time, then that's the day my time will come, when he says so. So I'm not even gonna rush it. I'm not gonna be discouraged. I'm gonna keep this peace that I have within myself, that I have at my home with my wife. No fights, nothing like that. No fights at all. It's, man, if you guys only knew. If you guys only knew what God can do with a marriage. You know, when we barely got together, yeah, we would be at each other's necks, you know, being younger, you know. I was still like 18, I think, when I got with my wife. 18 years old. And all that back and forth with her only lasted a bit. It was a bit. Turn our lives to God. Turn our lives to the real truth. And everything is just in perfect synchronicity, you know. My children love me, you know, they see me the way that children should see their father. And that right there, man, that motivates me to move mountains. Motivates me to go sleepless nights if I have to, you know, to provide everything they need, to provide a good life for them while they're children. So why compromise? You know, why lose that for attention, for clout, for a little bit more money? The Most High provides for us. He provides for his own. He provides for his children. He provides for those truly walking the narrow path. He provides everything we need. And I know with time, if it's his will, my time will come. And I'm going to be patient. I'm going to keep supporting, you know, my brothers that I've been supporting on here. I'm going to keep on showing love. I'm never going to be one of those crabs in the bucket. Not me. I'm gonna be the one that's going to be on your side, cheering you on, praying for you. Glad every single time you reach an accomplishment. I'm going to be the one to salute you. I refuse to ever live in envy. I refuse to ever be a hater. I refuse to ever be a gossiper. That's not me. And that should be none of us. We should all have the same mindset of uplifting each other. So like I said, I'm not going to be nobody's court jester, however you say it. And I mean, you see what's all on social media. You see all the nonsense on there. I see all the nonsense on there. I see all the views that it gets. I'll tap into the comment section to see where the minds of the people are, and people are oblivious. They egg it on with the celebrities. They still think that these celebrities are just regular people. They still think that these celebrities are somebody that would take their coat off their backs and give it to them. And these people, man, these people are satanic. These people are dealing with sorcery. These people are dealing with things that a lot of you wouldn't even believe if I told you. You know, I really try to, I don't even have to try anymore. It just comes naturally because of how long I've been doing it. I just can't sit there and just listen to nonsense. Honestly, I can't it doesn't sit well with my spirit. It doesn't sit well even with my carnal man. I just can't do it. If I'm gonna be gearing my focus to something, giving my attention to something, it has to be something that's gonna supplement my spirit. It has to be something that's gonna be beneficial for my mind. Something that's gonna, teach me some life lessons, something that's gonna get me ahead in life, something that's gonna give me advice on how to, become a better husband, a better father, a better human being in general. The music that I listen to as well, I know they don't push that type of music, but man, the music that I listen to, it's music for the ages, something that will never die out. It's beautiful. It's blessed music. It's straight up angelic music. These people, you can tell, these people that make this music, you can tell they put their heart and soul into it. It's done in righteousness, and I can tell that God blesses the music. And a lot of that music doesn't get the attention it deserves. It doesn't get the push that it deserves. I'm sure that that same music is shadow banned as well, because music is powerful, very powerful. That's one of Satan's gifts, and he uses that gift heavy here on this earth. And that's why so many people act the way that they act and think the way that they think, because of music, because of the music that's pushed. All the Poindexters that are making this music, and the other Poindexters that push it. That's why the world is the way that it is. So be careful with what you listen to when it comes to music. Be careful with what you listen to when it comes down to podcasts, to what people are saying online, because a lot of people can sound deep. A lot of people, I've been noticing, are good at speaking. They're good at using their words, way better than me. But see, the thing with me is that Spanish was my main language, and going into like elementary school and all that, I was still in just Spanish speaking classes. So during that time, it was just nothing but Spanish that I was hearing and speaking. And then, you know, getting older, going into like middle school and high school, it was a little bit more English. And then finally into the workforce, it was English. Going into construction jobs, working with a lot more Hispanics, it was Spanish. So it's like back and forth. So you don't really get to, like, you know, master one language. So that's why, you know, sometimes I'll stutter on here a bit. I have to like think about what word to use. But don't let that fool you though, because the knowledge that the Most High has blessed me with is ahead of my time, and I know that for a fact. The wisdom that he's blessed me with, ahead of my time. I know for a fact I see things that people are not ready for. A lot of people are still stuck on the milk that the Bible speaks about. If they were to receive certain information that I've already been blessed with, that's meat, they would choke. They wouldn't be able to comprehend. They wouldn't believe it's true, and it can be a stumbling block for them to ever come into God's ways, into the truth. And I give all credit to the Most High for giving me the strength, for giving me the understanding to look into his ways, to pick up that book and read, to have love for the truth, to understand the importance of meditating on his word day and night. It's up to you. It's up to you when you get that call. It's up to you to pick it up. Pick it up, and when you pick it up, hit the ground running and just go. Just go and don't stop. Don't stop, and you'll eventually get that love for the truth to the point where you just want to consume your life with truth. You just want to remain in truth. You have no the distractions won't be a problem for you anymore. So gain love for the truth. Don't be entertaining these Poindexters on here. Support people in truth. Support people that will feed your spirit. Support people that like-minded. And I haven't said this in any one of my videos, but I have a video that I did about my big bro New Breed, and that video got I think right now it's at like 108. It's one of my videos that has had the most views, and I know some of you guys see me on in the chat, in his chat, and I noticed that nobody liked, commented, or subscribed. And whenever I go onto somebody's channel, or when I see a video that's being promoted in my feed, and I can and I hear the message, and I know that person is at least trying, that is speaking something that can feed the spirit, you know, they're heading in the right direction, man, I'll subscribe. I'll like, you know, throw a comment in there, you know, show some support, keep them motivated. So like, comment, and subscribe, fam. I would you know, I would appreciate that. So I ain't gonna be no Poindexter. So salute, fam.